Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I don't have my camera on because I'm not in my office hooked up to my camera. So I'm just doing audio. Just wanted to pop on here, though, for Truth Tuesday. I think it's really important that we are able to look back at some of our lessons and realize which ones have helped us to move forward, learning lessons so that, of course, the goal is we don't repeat those lessons or mistakes and we're able to really recognize what have our truths been, what is really good for us as far as people to be around, the environment, clients that we work with. It's not uncommon that we hear and talk about, ideal clients and, avatars. But the thing is that at the end of the day, at the end of the week, if we don't step back and really recognize which clients, and I mean like client types, which ones have had the most success with us. Have there been some client types that didn't get the best results, and perhaps it wasn't all on them? Maybe it was something that was done by you or wasn't done by you, because it is super important while we identify these ideal client types or target client types to work with. We need to understand what kind of learners they are. Besides doing, there's certainly nothing wrong with doing an assessment. I like to use PI, predictive index, but there are many different assessments out there, and I don't use assessments on every client. I was doing that when I was, exclusively doing executive coaching, but that was when I was focusing more on behavioral, behavioral goals or executive presence. When I first started in executive coaching, I would sometimes get hired by companies who were looking to promote some of their C levels or maybe right below C level. However, they, based on assessments or whatnot, they felt that they needed to work on their emotional intelligence or their executive presence. So when I was doing that kind of work, I did do assessments, or unless, if sometimes the companies had assessments that they wanted me to refer to. So that was fine too. But nowadays, I don't do assessments on all my clients. If I was going to, I would do it on, I would use predictive index, because really believe in that assessment system. I do it, I do the assessments with any team members that I hire, though, for sure. But, you know, we do need to recognize, who do we work best with? And it's not just internal, right? It's also external. Because I feel that if we really looked at that, and that idea with our eyes wide open, I think that we may, you know, be more selective in who we're working with. Now, I don't know about you, but if you are in a client facing role, right? I really felt that I could help almost anyone back in the day. Now I've been coaching now since 2014, so it's actually been 10 years. I want to do something uh to celebrate and give out some prizes or something for sure. I'm going to do that because I think that's important. But I really did feel like that. Now, that was not get there sometimes when we're, you know, um, when we're just getting started in something because we're so passionate, we want to help everybody, or we think we can help more people than we can, really help. And I did this in my caregiving as well. But of course, settled in to certain, patient types and matching up, with our caregivers. But the thing is, it is important that whether you are, client facing in a sales role, which I would think you probably would be in some kind of a sales, business development role, there are certain client types that you do better with, okay? Versus maybe some of your colleagues. And it doesn't matter if you work for a company or you are, enrolling clients for your own company. But, just when you look at personality types, there are certain people that are going to stand out that you're going to be like, wow, I'd love to work with 10 more of those people. So I encourage you to really get laser lucid clear on, really who is your ideal client type. Not necessarily who do you want